Alright, so here we go. The first thing I did was grab one of the flat top foundation brushes and decided to take that out for a spin. And I was really impressed because I noticed right away that I didn't have any brush hairs left behind on my face, which is pretty rare for a brush. Even nice brushes kind of leave hairs behind, but especially for a new brush. So I was surprised because this brush was so dense, but again, it was so well made that everything stayed together and it didn't leave anything behind. So I used the same brush and I went through and used some thicker, creamier products, and it didn't disturb any of the makeup underneath. So I really liked that. I really like the handles on these brushes. I don't feel them wiggling or wobbling or anything. They feel very expensive in my hands, so I really like them. Let's see. Next, I went in with some powders, see if I like them, and to no surprise, of course, I did. It didn't make them look cakey. It didn't make my face look cakey at all. And then I used this awesome little brow brush, and it was so cool because on one side it's angled and then on the other side is a spoolie. So it just makes for the perfect brow brush. And then I used this little flat brush and I kind of edged up my brows afterwards. This would also be really good for fixing up your eyeliner and just kind of sharpening things up. And then from here, I started going into eyeshadows, and I'm not gonna lie, I used almost all of the brushes just because I got a little excited and I wanted to. So I noticed right away that there was a really great variety of flat brushes, fluffy blending brushes, more detail brushes. So you really had a little bit of everything to work with. So whether you are a beginner or an expert, these should really suit your needs and any type of look that you're trying to do. Here I'm using a little bit of a shimmer, and that's really telling of a brush in my opinion. Can it handle both mattes and shimmers? And the answer in this case is yes, it can. So I was freaking out a little bit about this little detail brush because I thought it was so cute. But I used this little brush to do some eyeliner, and I liked that it was still really stiff even though it was a smaller brush. So attention to detail was still in these brushes as well. I kind of finished off my face with just a couple of things, but I'm really happy because in one set I was able to do an entire face, so this really worked out just perfectly. So I just did my entire face using this beautiful brush set right here. Look at it. So I'm going to be honest, I tried to use as many brushes as possible just because I wanted to see how they all worked. You could definitely get away with using most of these as multi-use, which I'm sure I'm going to kick myself for later because now I have to wash all of these brushes. But they were all beautiful. I want to show you. So they are all a set that is uniform. So they'll look really pretty if you have them displayed out on your vanity or something. They're this beautiful kind of like champagne-y color. They are really strong in between the handle and the barrel. They're adhered really well. I have tried to wash a few of these just to kind of see how they hold up, and they dried beautifully. You get a couple that have this little netting on them, and if you've never seen these before, the whole purpose is so that way it holds this dome shape after you wash it. So you wash it, and while it's drying, you put it back in its little sleeve, and it helps it hold its shape. Each one came individually wrapped, which is really great because it keeps it sanitary and you know that they're clean when you get them. They all blended beautifully. They're all synthetic, which is my preference.